I moved into the house because it was cheap and because I was tired of sharing walls with strangers. I told myself the quiet would be good for me. A fresh start, space to think, space to breathe. From the outside, the house looked ordinary. 2 floors, faded paint, a narrow porch that creaked when I stepped on it. Nothing about it felt haunted or wrong. Just old, tired, like it had been waiting a long time for someone new to arrive. The first night was peaceful. Too peaceful. No traffic noise, no neighbors arguing, just the soft hum of electricity and the sound of my own breathing. I slept better than I had in months. The second night, I woke up at exactly 3:17 a.m. I did not know why. No nightmare, no noise, just the sudden feeling that I was not alone. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, listening. The house made small sounds as old houses do. Pipes ticking, wood settling. I told myself that was all it was. Eventually, my heartbeat slowed, and I drifted back to sleep. The next morning, I noticed something strange. One of the interior doors was open. I was sure I had closed it before going to bed. I remembered turning the handle, feeling the latch catch. I stood there for a moment, staring at the open doorway, trying to convince myself I had simply forgotten. I shrugged it off. Old house, old habits. The third night, it happened again. Same time, 3:17 a.m. This time, I woke up to a sound. Breathing. It was faint, almost imagined, but it was not mine. It felt closer than it should have been. I held my breath, listening, my ears straining in the darkness. The sound stopped. I lay there for what felt like hours, staring into the dark, my body tense, my mind racing. Eventually, exhaustion won, and I fell asleep again. In the morning, more doors were open. Every single one. I checked the locks, the windows. Everything was secure. No signs of forced entry. No broken glass. No footprints. Nothing. I started to feel stupid for being afraid. Houses do weird things. Air pressure changes. Drafts. All logical explanations. That night, I left a light on in the hallway. I told myself it was practical, not fear. I woke up again at 3:17 a.m. The hallway light was off. And I could hear footsteps. Slow, deliberate, moving from room to room. I sat up in bed, my heart pounding so hard I thought it might give me away. The footsteps stopped outside my door. I watched the handle, barely breathing, waiting for it to turn. It did not. Instead, I heard a whisper. It was so quiet I almost missed it. Still awake. The voice sounded wrong. Not distorted, not monstrous, just flat, emotionless, like it was repeating something it had learned. I did not sleep after that. The next day, I searched the house from top to bottom. Attic, basement, closets, crawl spaces. Nothing. No signs of anyone else living there. No hidden rooms. No explanations. That night, I recorded myself sleeping. I set my phone on the dresser, camera facing the bed, audio recording on. I needed proof, either of something happening or of my own paranoia. I fell asleep quickly, exhaustion finally overpowering fear. The video showed me waking up at 3:17 a.m., sitting up, staring directly into the camera, smiling. I do not remember doing that. The smile was wrong, too wide, too still. My eyes were open, but there was nothing behind them. I sat like that for nearly a minute before lying back down. Then the camera picked up another sound. Breathing, not from me. The following night, I tried to stay awake. I drank coffee, energy drinks, anything to keep my eyes open past 3:17. I sat on my bed, light on, phone in my hand, watching the clock tick closer. 3:16, 3:17, nothing happened. I waited another hour, then another. Eventually, exhaustion pulled me under despite my efforts. I woke up to the sound of something moving inside my room. Not footsteps this time, crawling. I did not open my eyes. I was too afraid of what I might see. The sound circled my bed slowly, like it was inspecting me. Studying. Then it stopped beside my head. A voice whispered, clearer than before. "You are easier when you sleep." I screamed and turned on the light. Nothing was there, but my phone was gone. I found it the next morning on the kitchen table, placed neatly in the center like an offering. The screen was cracked. When I checked the gallery, there was a new video. It was recorded at 3:17 a.m. The video showed the hallway. The camera moved smoothly, as if carried by steady hands. It passed each open doorway, lingering for a moment on every dark room. Finally, it stopped outside my bedroom. The camera tilted slightly, as if listening. Then the video ended. That was when I realized the house was not just watching me. It was learning. I stopped sleeping there. I tried to, at least. Every time I left, exhaustion dragged me back. I would wake up in my bed with no memory of returning. The house always greeted me the same way. Doors open, lights off, silence thick enough to feel. The whispers became